Hey there, friend. Welcome to today's video. If we haven't met, my name is Jen. Today I'm going to be going over the advice given from a mom to a son in Proverbs chapter 31, verse 3. So if you're following along with me, I've been doing videos and I'm going to be doing one verse per day for 31 days on Proverbs 31. So this is day 3, and let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so Proverbs 31:3 says, "Do not give your strength to women, or your ways to that which destroys kings." So this is presumed to be King Solomon's mother, Bathsheba, giving him counsel and teaching him. And this is, only verse 3. This is early in the chapter of all the things that she is sharing with him about life and just, her wise counsel to him. And so in this verse, she says, "Do not give your strength to women or your ways to that which destroys kings." And, that's the first thing that she says. This is remarkable that she immediately dives into talking about things that are of utmost importance. So, basically she's saying to him, don't waste your time on relationships with women that serve no purpose. And that's probably one of the best pieces of advice a mom could give her son, to be focused on things that are important, to be focused on eternal things, and not to bother with the distractions of relationships and pursuits that are either meaningless, worthless, or as well as, things that would be destructive in his life. So I love that this was thousands of years ago, and a mom was speaking these wise words of counsel to her son. Don't waste your time. Don't give your strength, which is, that's a precious thing. Your strength, your vitality, your resources to, she's saying to women, but the gist of it here is just to any passing woman. She's imparting wisdom to him to keep his focus and his priorities where they should be, and to make sure that he's doing things and thinking about things and saying things in his life that are consistent with his calling, with his identity as a child of God, as a servant of God, as a child that has been dedicated to the purposes of God. And I just think that is beautiful, that she gave him such wise counsel, and it's counsel that we can learn from today. And whether you as a mom have sons or daughters, this is counsel that you can glean from, in sharing this with your children. Obviously, I'm speaking to moms who have children of various ages, but as children get older and, they're thinking about relationships as they move into their teen years, I don't think it's ever too early to start talking about things that are of utmost importance in life. And of course, you have to tailor those conversations to the age of the child, and you're not going to be talking about things that they don't understand. But I think generally speaking, I can say based on this passage that it's just so vital that a mom is speaking words of life to her children, words of wise counsel, and that she's talking to them about things that are really important, things of eternal significance, things that matter, and things that will affect decisions in their lives that will matter in, years and in generations to come. And so I want to encourage you in that, to have important conversations with your children. There's never a time like there is today where these kinds of important conversations are being had by the world and in our culture. And it's really, really important that the wise counsel that your children are getting is coming from you as a mom whose heart is after God, and you want the best for your children. You want them to know God, to walk with God, to love God, to serve God. And so the things that you are talking with your children, they should be things that are important. They should be things that are shaping their hearts and their minds and guiding them into and onto wise paths and wise life decisions and life choices. And you can start talking about all of those things with children at a very young age. And the foundation of all of it is, like I have said in another video, is teaching them how to know God. And that can start from the youngest of ages. I speak from experience, both in my own life and testimony of starting my relationship with God at like age 3 or 4. And also, imparting my own faith to my daughter, who, fully embraced that for herself and has her own life-giving, beautiful, steadfast, foundational relationship and love for God, and lives for and with God in this life as a result of starting as a young child. So that's the foundational piece, is talking with your children about God, about the things of God, teaching them how to know God, and modeling that for them. And also, just even building on that is everything shared in this verse in terms of, keeping your priorities where they should be, not giving your strength, your energy to relationships that are passing or destructive, and not choosing ways or making decisions that are going to be destructive to your child in the calling that God has for them. They may not be the leader of a nation like King Solomon was. Maybe they will, but many will not. But that does not mean that they're not going to be an appointed leader by God in their own sphere of influence, in their own families, in their city, in their community, in their neighborhood, and maybe even beyond that. And especially in today's world, there can be leaders, men and women who are leading in, vast and amazing ways through the way technology has connected us online. And so perhaps many young people and children who are children now, who are your children, may have that same calling to lead others from an organization or a ministry or a platform that occurs virtually online, or hybrid, sometimes online, sometimes in person, and or even in their own roles in the communities that they live in. So I just want to just charge you and encourage you to help your children keep their focus and their affections on God and on things above, and help them to make wise choices, and keep speaking wise counsel to them. Keep praying for your children. Keep helping them walk in all the ways that God has for them, steering clear of destructive paths, and also steering clear of relationships that that would either be destructive or would just be meaningless. So that's some pretty wise advice that Bathsheba gave to King Solomon thousands of years ago, that we can still be inspired by and live by, and is actually part of the Word of God. So I hope this has been a blessing to you. If it has, and you want to hang out with me some more, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel, and if you would like more encouragement, you can find more encouragement for both yourself as well as art classes on videos for your children. You can find those at comfortandjoyart.com. Thanks for being here, my friend, and I will see you again soon. Bye.